The first event that we're going to respond to is the load event. And let's figure out why this might be important. So I'm going to create an alert function in the JavaScript file and have it just go respond to, and then I'm going to access one of the elements in the document. So document.getElement by ID. And I want to get this one down here. So this heading 3 down here at the bottom that has ID description. And I'm just going to set something in the inner HTML. All right. So now I've got that all done. And now when I refresh this page, it pops up that alert. It says I'm here. I respond OK. It loads the page, but it throws an error. It says uncaught type error, cannot set property inner HTML of null. And it was JavaScript. This is the big deal, is the line. It's in javascript.js on line 4. And so it's this line right here, and it says it cannot do inner HTML of null. So it went to get this element, it didn't find it. Why did that happen? Because it goes in order, and it loads, it gets to the JavaScript, it loads the JavaScript code, it executes it, it sends that alert function, and then it goes to get this element, and it can't find it because it's right here, and that element hasn't loaded yet. So remember that the way to solve that is to move the script down lower. Another way to solve it is to set up the load event. So to access a load event, the function that we're going to use is called addEventListener. And that's the name of the function. And this works with an HTML element. And the one we're going to do is window. Notice this is not something that's in our web page. So this is the browser window. And we're adding an event listener to that element. Is to the actual browser window. And the event listener has 2 arguments. The first one is a string that identifies the event that you're going to be listening to. And we're going to be listening to the load event. So the string is going to be that. The second one is the name of a function, and this is not in strings and does not have parentheses. So it's just the name of a function. And I'm going to name this function addListeners. So addListeners is it. Now I don't have that function, so I'm going to create it. So I do the function, I name it addListeners, I put the parentheses and opening and closing curly braces, and I'm going to move my code inside here. So there's the code now, the exact same code we had before, and it's going to be executed on load. So when the window loads, when that event happens, it's going to call that function, addListeners. So we save that and we refresh. What happens? The alert function still comes up and says, I'm here. But now, notice no error. It says, hello, I'm here. It was able to access that heading 3 because it had been loaded and available. So anything that you do on the load event happens after that window has loaded. And so you're guaranteed it's loaded, everything in the window, the web page is loaded, and then the addListener function is called.